Hi guys. Hello. Going right to the top. I can't see the start of the chat. It just says lol, me too. I don't know if you're saying what me too, Christina. God damn it. Sometimes, guys, when you come in a bit too early, YouTube cuts the chat off at the start and I can't see the first couple of comments. What are you talking about, Christina? Lol, me too. Part one. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello. Hi everyone. Hi Pretty Energy. Hi Lisa. Hi Cindy. Hi HM. Hi ABC Manifesting. Hi Brooke. Hi AC12. Hi Darcy. Hi Noor. Hi Dinah. Hi Brooke. Hi Cassandra. Hi Kate Glover. Hi Brianna. Hi Manifesting 101. Hi Sarah. Oh Sarah, I saw your success story in the group and in Sasha's group. Ah, congratulations, darling. So happy for you. Lisa, part one, bought your course. Oh, wonderful, darling. Had a big meltdown after fear. Something. As an older woman in 60s, there's a lot of years of crap. Oh, don't worry, darling. After. So what? Doing the course gave you a bit of a meltdown because you realized what your fears were. Don't worry, darling. I get I created my shit experience as an adult and why this isn't my challenge. Part two, it's the stuff that happened that created negative beliefs in the first place. I have all four fears 70, 70. Okay, I knew I had fear four. Part three, I'm struggling with forgiveness. Can't wrap my head around those adults who caused me such great harm. Never knew I felt so hateful because I was afraid to verbalize it. Right. Wrote letters to them, can't revise. Sometimes, guys, revising is so hard. Just accept it, yes. But I'm still finding my negative beliefs to be overwhelming. Affirm and visualize. I was just wanting to manifest happiness, prosperity, not SP. Part five, but I've listened to affirmations for 1.5 years at night, even made my own. Anxiety rears, but I manage it with breath work and meditation and inner combos. I'm worried it's too late to get rid of all the bad. No, darling, it's never too late. Are you joking? No, 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 no. Don't worry about your age. Why are you even caring about your age? Okay, you've found this out. You figured this out. Great. You know the amount of people in the 80s don't fucking know themselves? My dad's 73, wouldn't know himself if he fucking came and met himself in the street. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about your age, darling. Now you know better, you do better. The problem that you're having is your habitual fear response is still kicking in because it's trying to keep you safe and keep you protected. So even though you're trying to affirm, it's winning. Right. So you got to understand, guys, that's why I say to you that when you guys get really lost and you're watching other coaches and then you get despondent because what they taught you didn't work, that's why I started my account. You've got to understand, I started my account because I watched Sammy Ingram and I watched Create Your Future and I watched 2020 and I read every Neville lecture known to man and listened to them a million. Like some of them I almost know off by heart. I've listened to them that much. I read, Power of the Subconscious Mind. I listened to every Bob Proctor thing. I could, like every person before Neville that I listened to it all. It still didn't help me. Right? Because I still would get things, then my subconscious would fuck it up. So I'd get my SP back and then I'd lose them, or I'd gain money and then spend it, or put it on an investment and I'd lose the money. I started this account because I needed to give you guys the tools that I discovered that were fucking up my manifestations, which was this fear shit back here that stops you from moving forward and being a different you, because your subconscious doesn't want you to be a different you. And if you're 60 years old, you've been you for a while. Now, that doesn't mean you can't change. It just means that you've got you don't want to say stubborn subconscious, but it's fighting you. If you're in the ring and you were fighting and you were in a boxing match, would you just give up and allow the person? My brother's a boxer, right? And when I watch him, it's so heart-rending because I'm like, oh my God. But he would never just, if he was losing, and he never does, but if he did, he wouldn't just let the guy bash him up. He wouldn't just be against the ropes like, that's what you're doing if you let your subconscious win. You've got to find it, darling, like you're a boxer in a ring. And I know that sounds like it's going to be hard work, but some of this is hard work. Some of you have been so misled that this is some kind of cakewalk that I'm like, the fuck have you been watching? Right? I see them all the time. There's clickbait titles on here, like Elmer Locker's doing all these. I did this last night, now manifested today, and all this bullshit. I'm like, dude, you know this is fucking bullshit. You're full of shit. Right? And I'm not trying to say it's going to take forever, but I'm saying, okay, accept that there's some shit back there. You fucking fight it and you fucking tell it what to do and stand up for yourself and don't just be on the ropes getting bashed in the face. How bad do you want this? Mm-hmm. Hi, Loz. So I've been putting in the work and I see progress. Wonderful. Like, for example, wanted SP to start to hug me when he sees me, and now he's been hugging me that 3 times we run into each other on campus. Oh, wonderful. Today I called him because I was right next to him in his dorm and he told me he was eating at the time. So I said, oh, I was going to come see you. My bestie heard that and was like, should have said, wait till I'm done so we can hang out, which was what I was thinking. Part of me felt like I should just let what I've been scripting manifest, which is that he comes sleep over. I feel like I want to hang out with him just so I called instead. Darling, don't worry about what you're doing in 3D. What you're doing in 3D doesn't matter. You're kind of psychoanalyzing the choices you've made and the things you've said and texting him or not texting him or doing this or not doing that. You're worrying too much about what's happening out here. Just be together in your mind and don't worry about what your friends are saying or he's saying or doesn't matter. You could go next door and knock on the door and be naked for all I care. If you did it with confidence, it doesn't matter. It's what you're thinking that matters. Well, something happened with new SP, but I don't know what meaning to give this. Today in class, I was rushing to leave class and I noticed he saw me and started rushing too, and then he walked out the door with me. Oh, what's this? Something happened. Today in class, I was rushing to leave class and I noticed he saw me and started rushing too, and then walked out the door with me. Oh, he usually doesn't rush, or neither do I. But then one day he noticed I do. He notices, and I know I did too. This girl was in his way, but he quickly moved past her and walked out with me. Ah, Cindy, someone's got a little crush on you. I saw your response to my question earlier, and I definitely do want SP. I can't imagine not being with him. I don't want to feel resentment towards him, so I'm going to revise the past. But what else can I do to completely rid myself of any negative feelings or thoughts toward SP? Guys, I know it's hard when you've got some negative thoughts about them, but the more you can just see how, like, if I think about my old SP and the situation we were in, whereby he had an ex-wife, she was a constant thought in my mind that he wanted her over me, that if they hadn't split up, he would want her. He never said that. He never verbalized anything like that. He must have told me a million times that he didn't want that. But my mind, because of feeling unchosen, would go to that scenario. So how we split up was like the remnants of that. And it wasn't because he wanted her. It was like, oh, I'm hurting you. We better split up. I was hurting myself. You've got to recognize you're hurting yourself. You've got to see it. If you don't see it, you're still going to be negative. You're still going to be angry at them. You know what I mean? You just got to recognize it, guys. You've got to become aware. Oh my God, did I do this? Yes. Well, then if I did this, it's like me having a car accident and being annoyed at the other person and I caused the accident. Simple question, but when we are manifesting an SP to come to us again, and the 3D we see them daily because we live close, but they aren't calling and asking to hang out, asking to date again. Do we just live in our head? Yes. And continue to think we're doing what we're doing in scripting? Yes. Do we just live in our head and continue to think what we're doing that we're scripting? Yes. You don't start acting out in 3D. A lot of you are doing things in the 3D. And look, you can, guys. I'm not saying you can't text them or can't walk past their house and say hello or whatever, but it's what you're thinking about it that matters. If you do it with complete confidence, fine. If you're seeing them every day, go in your head more if what you're seeing is bothering you. Hi, Brooke. Part one. After SP said he wanted to be friends, I cried and reacted because I was drunk and we just kissed. Should I revise that scene or can I create a new scene of him telling me he changed his mind? Is the best way to manifest a relationship see us together and affirm self-concept? Also, if girls rejected him, but I'm head over heels into him, what would his self-concept be if he's experiencing different outcomes? Who gives a shit what his self-concept is? His self-concept is what you think it is. What his self-concept is doesn't matter. If you think it's a certain way, oh, he's got issues, he gets rejected a lot. That's you thinking that. You came up with that fucking story. Oh, he said he wanted to be friends. Should I revise that scene? Yes. To that he changed his mind? Yeah, try that. Best way to manifest relationships, see us together and firm self-concept. If girls rejected him, but I'm head over heels into him, what would his self-concept be? Who cares what it is? It doesn't matter what other girls have done or what he thinks. It's what you think. How did you get friend zoned in the first place? What do you feel about you that gets you friend zoned? Like, I'm not enough. He's on a pedestal. I'm head over heels in love with him. He's so fucking amazing. I'm so below him. Maybe you're doing that. That's why you're getting friend zoned. I've been working on my self concept and feeling great. Lately, I've had some friends ignore me and bail on plans. This has been happening for a few weeks. What's going on? Well, maybe you've got a dominant belief that people don't like the new you, or you've changed and they won't appreciate it, or people ignore you, or people pull away, or you do things wrong. What's your dominant belief there? Laws, I can't begin to tell you how happy I am right now. I don't have a commission based job. and I don't want one, but my boss does. I kept thinking to myself, she's going to offer to split her commission with me on projects I lead. She called me today to tell me that. Oh my God. I was stunned to speak because I just kept thinking, I did this shit. Now I'll be earning thousands more a year just for doing what I'm already doing. Oh my God, Nora, I love that. I never gave any thought to how it would happen, even if it sounded crazy, and just kept thinking, I'm going to get more money somehow and not have to do anything for it. And freaking heaven. Oh, you just decided I'm not going to have to do anything for it. Wonderful. That's great, Nora. Well, to keep getting friends on in myself, SP is a friend of a few years. I'm working on self-concept and feeling great. I've had people in my start treating me better. Is it bad to refer to my SP as a friend in the 3D? Doesn't matter what you do in 3D. Does self-concept alone work for this, or should I also affirm for the relationship and for SP? I know some people in the group say you don't affirm for the SP, only self-concept. Guys, look, if you're thinking about your SP, then yeah, you've got to change the story about them. If they come up, think of them, and yes, think new thoughts. Do both, but I really want you to change you. The reason I say that, guys, is it's almost a trick of the mind when I say 80%, 20%, okay? Because I know what you guys are like, and a lot of you will be sitting there thinking about the SP a lot. So why do you think I say that? Right? When I try to imagine that I've traveled, but because an organization that talks to me a lot is asking for payment, I feel like I can't travel because the money, 3D, makes me doubt. Well done, you fuck then. Guys, if the 3D makes you doubt so much that you can't even go in your imagination and just be like, what would it be like to be sitting on a plane? What would it be like to be in New York right now? What would it be like to be walking in front of Buckingham Palace? I love Buckingham Palace. Look at the gates. I can see the Royal Standard on the mast. I love London. God, this weather's shit. These people are so grumpy. Imagine it. Go and ask. Stop letting the 3D through. Part 1, I met a new SP and things were going good, and he mentioned taking me to Dubai this December. Although it was too quick, but I ended up catching feelings. We recently had sex, and while I asked did you just say, what are we? What are we? He said if I wanted to be boyfriend, girlfriend, I said yes. The next day he was off, not really texting me, and I asked him if he was really serious about that, and he said that he was 50-50. Why did you ask if he's really serious? You had to The fact that you even asked that makes me think you had doubts, and then you fucking manifested the answer from him. That's why you asked, is he really serious? Why would you even ask that? Cassandra, I want to come around there and slap you. He said he thinks it's very quick, but he likes me a lot, but doesn't know. Well, just decide that all it is him just thinking, wow, this is really quick, but who fucking cares? I love this bitch. Right? Says he's been replying less. If so, one message a day. He's very dry. You're doing that because you've got a whole lot of doubts, and then you're giving him doubts, and then he's doubting. He's very dry. When I asked, when can we see each other again to talk, like we agreed to, he just said he didn't know now when. Oh, darling, please stop texting him until you get your head together. Usually he would always give me a day or week in advance before. Where did I go wrong? Where you went wrong was even asking him in the first place where you stood. And secondly, then you doubted what he said. So he said, I really like you. Let's be boyfriend, girlfriend. And then you doubted it the next day. Are you serious? Oh my God, could you possibly like me? I'm so below you. How could you like me? Oh, I don't think you're really serious. Are you really serious? And then you wonder what's happening here. Why would you doubt that he liked you? Why would you even doubt it for a second? You should be thinking, yeah, I'm your fucking girlfriend. Of course I am. I'm the shit. Who cares if I just met you? You're going to marry me. Cassandra, work on your self-concept and don't you dare text him again right now. Or at least for him to not act that way. He's acting that way because of you. Sorry for the long parts. I feel caught this quick in the start and can change it since there is no old story, but I don't know where to start. Where to start is work on your self-concept. Where to start is stop texting him. Where to start is start thinking, yeah, he meant it, that he wants you to be boyfriend, girlfriend, and you completely doubted it. Stop doubting it. Hi, laws. In Islam, we have this prayer our elders are supposed to read for us when we want to marry someone. If the dream comes out negative, our family becomes against the guy marriage. They say it's a dream from God. Oh, God. Whether the guy's good or bad for us, what can I do for this situation? They also believe that you can't eat, like Jews believe you can't eat pork, and that's in the Bible. Guys, that's not what it means. There's so many things misconstrued from the Quran and the Bible and things, and they become these things people do. It doesn't mean shit. Just don't believe it. Whatever the guy is good or bad for us, what can I do in this situation? Just decide that they don't care about this kind of bullshit and it's old wives' tales and old Islamic traditions that none of these people believe anymore. It came out bad before the specific SP I'm manifesting back. I don't mean to affirm it, but how can I not worry about the same thing recurring after it comes back? I hate this. Darling, listen, you're deciding it's important. You're deciding they think it's important. When you turn your attention away from this bullshit and think no one's going to think that stuff's for real, no one's going to care about that stuff, no one's ever going to test it again, then it won't happen again. But if you keep thinking they're going to do it again, they'll do it again. Stop thinking it's important. Stop placing so much importance on the religion in your mind. Hi, Laws. SP Movement. He reached out to me on IG and commented a red heart on my new photo. I posted this last weekend. It's been 2 weeks, no contact. My subconscious is being pressed. I feel so much better and just know we are together and he's here with me. I will get more movement. Thank you. Any additional affirmations, more contact? Oh, wonderful, darling. We'll just decide you're together and of course you get contact and you talk every day. He can't go a day without talking to me. Stuff like that. Wonderful. You're doing that. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Just imagine you're talking all the time. Hi, Manifesting 101. Hi, gorgeous. It is normal. Is it normal that during my manifestation journey, I've had opposing thoughts? Yes, guys. I first started manifesting my SP back in June of 2021. I've seen SP since the breakup, and the closest thing we got to talking about a relationship was this past August. I said we should just try, and he said, "You're a great girl today, but we'll probably end it." Guys, why are you having the fuck me sideways? Why are any of you having the relationship conversation? What are we? What were you saying? I said we should just try. Why are you saying you should do anything? Guys, when you have a relationship conversation, that's what I'm going to call this live because a lot of you aren't really getting this. The talk. Okay. When you have the talk with them, trying to figure out what it is you're doing, you're literally saying out loud, "You're not choosing me, are you? Can you tell me if you're choosing me?" And then they go, yeah, we can be boyfriend, girlfriend, or I don't know. Or let's see. Because you're telling them, I'm below you. I'm allowing you to have all the power. I'm asking you if you choose me. And then you're giving them the decision. You're giving them the power. Instead of deciding they have no free will, you're together. Of course, they love you, the end. You're actually verbalizing your feelings of being not chosen. Stop fucking doing that. Because he won't want a relationship. Since then, I've just been persisting regardless of everything he told me and what I saw. He's giving me hugs and talking to me. I want him to show up as a boyfriend for me. Well, you've got to show up as a person who thinks they're the girlfriend. I've been putting in the work, Queen. I listen to affirmation tape, avoid telling my friends what he's not doing good, all of that. What advice would you give to persist and get the things I want? Well, decide you've got it already, darling, but also just stop fucking talking to him about it. Don't you dare bring it up again. Okay? Honestly, don't ever bring it up again. And just assume in your mind that every moment you spend together, it is boyfriend and girlfriend, that he does love you, that you are a couple. The end. Don't even doubt it. Good thing he still loves me and that makes it easier. Good. Well, assume he does. If I wanted to wave or say hi to my SP, is that okay? Is this picking through it? Do it, darling. Why can't you? Guys, it's what you think that matters about what you're doing. Hi, Tara. Loz, I don't know what to do. My dog isn't eating. Oh, no. And he's drinking water excessively and acting lethargic. Take him to the vet, darling, and assume everything's going to be all right and affirm like a bitch when he's there. I'm just looking at him, begging him to eat something and crying, please help. I don't know what to do. You affirm for him. You tell him he's going to be fine. I'm going to take you to the vet right now and you're going to be fine. And it could just be something as small as like he's got a grass seed stuck in his stomach and he's thirsty, or he's got an infection. My cat had an infection and I had no idea what was going on. And it was such a simple fix. And I took her to the vet and I thought she was DYING. And all it was an infection she had. And she was doing that. So, darling, just decide it's a little infection. They'll just give him a needle and he'll be fixed. It's a little stomach bug. It's something other than anything bad. And you just affirm like a bitch. He is fine. His cells renewing themselves. There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him. And imagine what they're going to say. Oh, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just had a bug. He's got a tummy bug. It's going around or whatever. And affirm over him, darling. Or her. Hi, everyone. Oh, God, it just jumped. Okay, thank you, Loz. Okay, good, Brianna. Good. Where am I? Hi, Dylan. Hi, Deanne. Hi, Lynn. I saw you bought the course, Lynn. Thank you so much. Where the fuck am I? Hi, Nash. Hello, fellow Perthy. Oh, you're in Perth too. I feel weird saying I live in Perth. I hated this place my whole life. I'm like, do I actually live here? Do I? What the hell? I've been here 3 years almost now. I'm like, I can't believe I've been here this long. I mean, maybe it's almost 4. He felt unwell doesn't apply when it's about an event yet to come. What are you saying? You can? Where am I? Nothing wrong with saying hi to them. Yes. Hey, everyone. 2 a.m. here, but I am burning question for Loz. Oh, what's the burning question, darling? Part 1. How do I flip feeling like I'm being avoided and not giving any consideration by SP? Yes, I know I'm being triggered. I am just not sure how to flip it in the moment. He fell down a well doesn't apply when it's about an event yet to come. Just stop assuming they're doing that, darling. Why are you saying you're being avoided and not giving any consideration? That's your fucking story. Being avoided, not being given consideration. Who told you that? I am avoiding you and not giving you consideration, Tara. Did he come out and say that? I am not considering you in my life. I don't consider you. You fucking came up with that story, Tara. Jesus Christ. Remember to like live stream. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Part 2. Hang on, I saw that. Hi, guys. You're teaching everything. Oh, Sarah, thank you, darling. Hi, Benji. Elizabeth, my SP and I are on a break. I had a big fight with him because he didn't. He got tired of me constantly needing reassurance. Well, stop that. I've been working on myself constantly every day. And it's just hard with my negative thoughts come. So, Elizabeth, what happened to you as a kid? Were you ignored a lot by parents or not given love or someone abandoned you or some fucking shit? What happened? That's not anything to do with your SP. And they will get like that. They will be like, fuck, I can't keep reassuring this girl. I told you I love you. I told you I'm here. I told you I choose you. Didn't I? Didn't I? Fuck. This is too hard. If any of them ever turn around and say this is too hard or I don't want to hurt you, trust me, guys, the problem's you. I've had that so many times. This is too hard. I don't want to hurt you. You're hard work. I've had 2 people say I'm hard work. Because I never used to let guys in. I used to be like really, really cold and just let them do everything. And then after a while, they were just like, oh, fuck, I can't fucking all this work you're making me do. Right. But it was my reflected thought that I was hard work, or my reflected thought that I was needing reassurance, or my reflected thought that I was not chosen. And they just said it. So in my eye. Part 2, finding it hard to lose, even though I'm affirming. I don't know what to affirm to lose the weight. I've also changed my diet, but it's not coming off. What self-concept do I work on? Where's the beginning of this, Brittany? There is no beginning to it. Guys, if you want to lose weight, imagine you've lost the weight. Instead of telling yourself you need to diet, tell yourself that whatever diet you're doing is working. Like if you did keto or whatever, tell yourself that that works. But if you feel like you need to diet, then there's a feeling there that you're not enough as you are and there's something wrong with you. So you keep telling your mind there's something wrong with you and I have to do this because I'm wrong. Tell yourself your body's beautiful and everything you eat makes you even more beautiful, or something like that, to trick your mind into not saying there's something wrong with me right now. I've been feeling like a burden because of my physical disability. Please don't, darling. And my SP basically did not give me the support that I was looking for, and we ended up in a fight because I felt invalidated. Oh, Cassandra. I don't know what to do to change my story. Darling, you're going to really have to change your whole story about you, okay? That because of your physical disability, you're a burden. That's the story is. That's the story. I have an old family friend from childhood who's in a wheelchair. She does not consider herself to be a burden to her husband at all, and therefore she isn't. It's your thinking that's causing that, and then you will be a burden to people. I remember I thought I was a burden to my best friend when I first came back to Perth because she was the one I spent the most time with. And I hadn't really been contacting or keeping connected to a lot of my other old friends here. And I felt a burden to her because I thought she had her children, now, and she had a husband. She was busy and she was constantly frantic and running around the house. And as soon as I started thinking that, our friendship started falling apart because I became a burden in her mind. I put that thought there, right? I've had so many guys messaging me the last few days on the phone to old SP last night. A few things he said. I've always looked after you and I always will. Then good night, Queen. Oh, really? Now? Love that. And to Sandra, what I want you to say things like is people love me just the way I am. I am perfect just the way I am. They love doing things for me. Everyone treats me beautifully and loves to do things for me. People love to give to me. I'm never a burden. If I need help, they love to help. Say that, please. Okay, go back and watch this after and use those. Hello, Loz. I saw something in the 3D that kind of triggered me, and it was with my SP social media. I don't know if it was my fault for checking, but what do you think checking means? Would you check if you were married? Just going to check on my husband. Hope my husband's still being husbandy. Hope he still loves me, but check he's not fucking other bitches. What do you think that's going to do to your marriage? What are you even checking for? I know it was my fault for checking, but since I've been working on self-concept, feel better already. Please yell at me. Oh, guys, step away from the fucking phone. I'm telling you right now, you will read into a whole lot of shit that isn't happening just because you saw something. and you'll put a whole lot of sticky notes all over it. It doesn't mean shit. And you'll undo all your good work just because you looked. Okay, that's what you need to do to change the story, Sandra. First time seeing you live. Thank you so much, Lots, for your content. Kept me on check and cut off all the BS for other TikTok creators. Oh, wonderful, darling. There's a lot of BS at the moment. God damn it. Sasha was telling me something last night about the something surfer technique or something. You play a video game and affirm at the same time. Some shit she saw on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck is this crap? Who is teaching this bullshit? I was like, well, I don't even understand what this is. Lost my SP, came back. Oh, golly. He texted me last night, invited me to dinner. We had a wonderful evening, and I kept affirming he loves me and only me. When we parted this morning, he gave me the biggest kiss goodbye. So sweet. I want commitment to be engaged and living together. We'll just decide you are. So I will just assume that's the way it is and keep affirming. Yes. Any advice for the phase of getting back together? Just assume you're back together. Don't even, guys, when you get them back, please don't get into this mindset of when is this back? When is this back together? When I got back together with my ASP, I assumed we were back together straight away because he was hot and heavy at first and it really was back to the way it was. And then I started when we didn't spend as much time together because he lived really far away. He lived further away than normal, right? And so it was harder for us to see each other. And because of that, I just started having this kernel in my mind about, oh, maybe it's not back where it was. Maybe. Don't do that. Assume it's just back. Please. Sandra, you're not a burden. You are loved, beautiful, and special no matter what. Exactly, Sarah. Sandra, please say that. I know it was my dumb ass for checking, but I would really like some yelling to set me straight and get me back on positioning then. Darling, I'm only on my second coffee. I don't have the fucking energy. Yell at yourself in the mirror. What exactly has Loz manifested? Clearly not a better self-concept or money. What's this, Sandy? What's going on here? What's going on? Are you one of the people I just kicked out of the Facebook group because you're a triggered bitch? Darling, I don't discuss my personal life for a reason. And the reason is because I've seen too many coaches like poor Dylan James having a relationship breakdown and then having to go on a 3-month break. I don't feel like talking about my manifestations. Jenna even said that to me a couple of days ago. She said, you need to share your success stories about money and relationship and stuff because you don't share it enough. And I said, I don't feel like it's anyone's business. And I'm a very private person. I do that for a reason. It's because I actually don't like to share things. When I start seeing someone, I won't tell people for like 3 or 4 months. Even my family don't know. So Sandy, I don't know what's wrong with you, darling, or why you're so angry at me. Is it because I just kicked you out of my Facebook group for trying to share my course between 12 of you for $12 or something? Or what? Because whatever's going on with you, darling, you don't have any clue what's happening with me money-wise. And let me give you the tip. Things are fine. And you don't have any idea what's happening with me relationship-wise or life-wise or health-wise or friendship-wise because you're not here in my brain and you're not in my house knowing what the fuck I'm doing. But I can tell by this comment that you're very triggered. Why? Why would you come in here and write something like that? Is it because I've kicked you out of the Facebook group and you can't write it in the Facebook group? What's going on here, Sandy? What's wrong with you? And I bet you've left already, so you couldn't hear my comment and you couldn't have people saying something back to you. You going to comment or are you too gutless? Are you here? Because that's a gutless, throw in a grenade comment and leave if you can't even comment back, darling. And that makes you look bad. So tell me what your problem is and I'll discuss it with you like adults. Sharing your own stories is your own choice. No one has to share anything they don't want to, whether they're a coach or otherwise. Guys, one day when I tell you about my stuff, you might understand the reason why I don't discuss it. And then the people who say things like that to me might feel really, really, really bad. Okay. I have given so much of my time and I'm not one of these bragging people. And some people think I don't have success stories because I literally don't get on, the community page every day going, I've had a success story. Are you fucking for real? I would literally have to get people to take screenshots. Like at the moment, I'm thinking I might start taking some screenshots. You know how much time that's going to take? Like, I don't mean to sound like I'm arrogant, but you guys are in the Facebook group, most of you. You know the success we have in there, but it's in the silo of the Facebook group. Just because I don't share my personal success stories, that doesn't mean we don't have success in our group. It also means I don't have success in my own life. I just don't sit around talking about it or talking about how great I am. Like, how fucking arrogant and weird and just not necessary. Your success is my success, right? So I'm not even going to give that life because it's just pathetic. My life is so good since I've come across Lodge. She's given so much on your bike, Sandy. Guys, I just don't understand this kind of thing. Lodge, your course was profound. I cried harder than the first few therapy sessions. It was so nice to shine a light on what has been silently running the show. Oh, darling, look, I'm sorry that you felt sad. A lot of you are having this reaction, and I don't want you to have that reaction to the course, but maybe it's good. It's purging all the old shit. The point of the course is to find the hidden thinking. Okay? Sandy's clearly a triggered bitch, wannabe coach who's threatened by you, Loz. Oh, look, there's a lot of wannabe coaches. And guys, go and start a group then. All power to you. Go on. Please do. Your community and TikTok alone are huge successes. Are they blind? Well, guys, don't you realize that I want you guys to be the biggest success stories in the world? You know, like maybe I'm manifesting that for you. Did you ever think that? Wait, what'd she say? Oh, darling, guys, who cares? She's coming here and throwing a grenade. I kicked a whole lot of people out of the Facebook group last night. Well, Jenna and I both did, an excessive amount of people. And they've got themselves a little bit butthurt, I think. And the reason was because they were having private discussions in a WhatsApp group that, if it wasn't wrong, they could have just had in my Facebook group, of which they were all members. So they knew it was wrong, because otherwise, why didn't they just have it openly in my Facebook group? And now they're butthurt. And some of them are feeling remorseful and bad and good. They should feel that way. Mm-hmm. We are giving them too much attention, Loz. Yes, let's move on. Exactly, Don. I'm sure Sandy's still here watching. I'm sure she's reporting back. She said this. She's a trigger bitch. Lots of so trigger. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Guys, it's like high school. Seriously, I avoided all this shit in high school. Like, people like this would come to be in my life in high school, and I was the measured person who'd be like, guys, stop fighting. What are you, 12? And sometimes when this shit happens, especially groups of girls, I feel like I'm back at high school trying to mediate with my triggered friends. Or not. I'm not talking to her. I'm not going to dinner with you because I'm not talking to her right now. I'm like, guys, grow up. That's how it makes me feel when I get in these kind of situations, which are very rare. Mhm. Let's go to where we actually were. But Jenna, are you here, darling? You could do something about that. I also have your wine glasses with "Don't be a triggered bitch" and "Well, darling, you're fucked. PM me when you have a free day." Ah, do you really? Yes. I also have your wine glasses with "Don't be a triggered bitch" and "Well, darling, you're fucked. PM me when you have a free day." Oh, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, I didn't read that properly. You've made them. What do you mean, Nash? What are you talking about? Everything you just said, I did. All those channels, people, same. Oh, okay. Hi, Loz. I've been affirming against my illness pretty hard, but today I'm scrolling through TikTok and see a live from a girl who has the exact same illness. It's kind of freaked me out. Oh, well, you manifested that, darling. I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong. When I affirm, I say I don't have this illness, etc. I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong when I affirm and say I don't have this illness. No, darling, it might just because it's on in the back of your mind, and so it'll literally come on your view page. Don't worry about it. See it as like, oh, this is evidence that I'm conscious of it and it's going away. Just use it, give it good meaning rather than bad meaning. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by WhatsApp messages. Either you're not in the state of having your desire or you're not. Either you are in the state of having your desire or you're not. Exactly, darling. Exactly. Got the course, and I know my fears, how to stop triggers in their tracks. So, darling, use that trigger flipper inside the course. Okay. So you can actually start writing it down anytime you feel triggered, or you can record it. Right now, I'm feeling this, and I'm going to give it this meaning instead. Right? Use it. Loz, I'm so glad I caught you live. I just bought your course. Realized I had a fear I didn't know I had. I'm so excited to watch this work. Oh, wonderful, darling. I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong when I affirm I say I don't have this illness. Okay. So you hear what I said? What are your thoughts on blank state or blank state meditations? I just recently came across some of those meditations on my view page. Guys, if you can really get in the blank state or the void state and you can really not be thinking fucking thoughts and just be feeling like God all day, fucking good on you. I can't do it. But if you can do it, go ahead. The work is worth 100%. Oh, thank you, darling. Hey, lovely. How can I manifest money, but from a source other than my mum? Plus, can you do money sleep time if you ever get the chance? Do a money sleep tape? Yes, I will. How can I manifest money, but from a source other than my mum? Well, why are you thinking that's the only source? It's like, okay, it'd be like you being in a forest and you're really, really thirsty, and there's this one little trickle of water coming from a rock, and you're like, but over there's a fucking babbling brook, and then past the babbling brook, there's a river, and past the river, there's an ocean, but you're just focusing on this one drop that's coming out. And that's your mum. You're like, you're the only source of income. No, I can get money from everywhere. Money comes to me easily from so many sources in every direction, from everywhere. My mum isn't my only source of income. Money comes to me from everywhere. So that. Hi, guys. I fucking love you girls. Yeah. Affirmation, no longer be a people pleaser. It's been a pattern for me from childhood. I really want to change so much. I know this makes me narc bait and easy to manipulate, and I'm ready to evolve. You're not narc bait, darling. Don't describe yourself like that. People pleasing. Okay, look, and I've got people pleasing tendencies. That's why I've given away so much for free. And basically, my business for the last a year, since July last year, has been a hobby, basically, because I haven't charged you guys for anything. Right. So I've got to stop my people pleasing tendencies. And I was talking to Jenna about it last night, that my mum was a chronic people pleaser. Right. So you've got to stop thinking that you need to do that. Okay. You've got to stop yourself every time you go to do it. Okay. And you've got to say that I know my worth, and I charge my worth, and I let others do for me, and I know I'm worth it, and use all affirmations about being good enough and everything. How can I get SP to call me? He texts but doesn't call like a phone call. Do I revise this, or does he have to do with core belief of mine? A core belief, he doesn't want to talk to you on the phone. He's just a texter. Decides he loves to call. He loves hearing the sound of my voice. So excited to make it to a live. Oh, Robin. Loz, you say a lot of this happens from our childhood. I'm a mum and scared what I'm doing to my kids. I'm not worried, darling. Do I affirm against that? Yes. Can I affirm against autism? On a side note, SP2 is the absolute best. Oh, I know, darling. Yes, darling. Just decide that there's nothing wrong with them. Your children are perfect. They're physically perfect, mentally perfect, and nothing you do is wrong. And you're bringing them up to be the most amazing children in the world, and they are. Manifesting an SP or anything seems hard because most are dwelling in the state of victim. Yep. I don't need to give to get love. I am loved and adored no matter what. I don't need to people please anymore. I put myself first now. They're wonderful, Sarah. Yes, use those if you're people pleasing, guys. Thank you so much, Sarah. It means a lot. I have a lot of support in my life. So that means way more to me than you think it does. Oh, Sandra, that's lovely. I want it so bad, Loz. I'm tired of the old me. I'm not giving up. Today, this jump, Whitney. Today, I have so many old people from dating sites text me asking me to watch baseball game this week, so I know my new self-concept is reflecting. Oh, good, Whitney. I felt really despondent when I saw that group, that chat that you put in the group, that question. I felt like coming around and fucking slapping you, Whitney, because you've done so well. And you're like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, you're not doing anything wrong. What you're doing wrong is saying things, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it right, aren't you? Look at all the progress. Hi, Loz, love you. Oh, thank you. Hey, Loz, SP and I have been talking every now and then, affirming we talk every day. I sent him a simple message to say happy birthday to his dog, who we got together. He kept the convo going. Oh, Zoe, wow, that's lovely. I just want to be dominant and not get triggered when I don't hear from SP, etc. Well, Whitney, I want you to start fucking focusing on you for once. Really, 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 really focus on you. I mean, go and get your nails done, get your hair done, and go for big long walks and talk about how fucking great you are to yourself. Take your focus off this fucking loser. And then he won't be a loser anymore because he'll be like, she's forgotten all about me. We ended up calling like we did last week. However, I called him this time. I went great and asked him if I was to invite him to my 21st, would he come? I have meaning to ask him, and he said, of course I'll come. It's your birthday. My birthday is until December, so I'm affirming and visualizing we'll be back together before then. Oh, wonderful, darling. You look amazing. Oh, thank you, darling. Plus, I've been affirming a lot. And now I'm starting to have those thoughts like I already have all of my desires. Oh, good. That you already have it. Oh, that's the great feeling to have. That's a great thought to have. Wonderful. My friend told me the same thing today. She said, Cindy, he totally has a crush on you. I've had a class with him for 3 months now. I barely noticed him ever since he became ASP, which was last week. Things are moving so quickly for me now. Oh, wonderful, Cindy. Ah. I've been doing really, really well. Affirming for self-concept. It's like second nature now. I truly believe every good thing I say about myself now. Oh, wonderful. You truly believe everything you say about yourself now. Oh, wonderful. The good things only. Wonderful. AC12. If you're working hard on your self-concept, how would my SP get the thought to reach out to me? Because it's telepathy, darling. Like, why wouldn't old friends SPs come back to you if everyone's reflecting your new self-concept, trying to understand? Well, do you want that? Like, do you want every single person you ever met in your whole life to start calling you? It's not about the calling. It's about when you start feeling wanted and worthy and loved and adored and admired, people like that will start coming out the woodwork like old SPs and stuff. It does. It happens. Okay. I've had guys ring me from England recently. I've lived in England for 3.5, almost 4 years. Haven't spoken to these people in 4 years. And they're like, hey. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Right. But don't use that as an indicator of like, oh, it's working. You don't have to have those things happen for it to know it's working. Stop telling your mind that you're not reaching them. Stop telling your mind that telepathically you're not telling them something. You are, guys. How did it break up in the first place? How did you lose them in the first place? Did you verbally say all the things that caused it to break up? I bet you were just thinking them. That's how this works. What I notice is people will suddenly forget everyone manifests all the time without all this psychoanalyzing. Think they need to do something special when you just need your mind and assumptions. Yes, guys. Look, the reason why I go so deep into it is not because I believe that you need to change every possible little thought you've ever had in your whole fucking life and be this healed person to manifest. It's not about that. It's about what's fucking it up for you. That's what my course is about. What is fucking it up for you? Okay. And I did that because things were fucking up for me that I couldn't identify. How do you know when you revise enough? You just won't remember it much anymore. I have this triggering scene I want to change. I used to bring up so many unwanted emotions, and sometimes I don't want to keep going back to that scene. Don't want to overdo it. Well, if you can't revise it, accept it, darling, if you find it very hard to revise. I suddenly got struck that it's been 7 months since I have been manifesting SP. I didn't have these thoughts, but suddenly it struck my mind. I'm not sad, but I had a thought, what if it doesn't work? Guys, a lot of you might have thoughts that what if it doesn't work? But isn't it working perfect? Because aren't you thinking it's not working, so therefore it's not working? That's working perfectly. Hi, Lois. My life is bliss. Oh, SP is everything and more. Oh, Sushi Law, truly amazing. Buying my apartment is closer and to closing a deal. I do have anxiety, but I still live in the end. Any advice? Stay on track and persist. Just see yourself living there, darling. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about any repercussions of like, or what could go wrong, or I hope I get this. You've got it. You live there. You're there with your SP. I told SP the day before yesterday, not face call my house with their party while he's here visiting the baby. We had an argument about it. Okay, so you've got some real story that the third party is a problem and he wants her, darling. So that's why you're going to get in arguments. Told me that I know that because I went to his phone, but I didn't. So I went bananas. Cat. He came back next day yesterday and said he's not coming back to see the baby if I can't answer phone calls. I told him I had to choose his priority and I'll never allow video calls in my house. What can I do? Kat, listen, is that in the best interest of your baby that you've had with him? It isn't, is it? You're just being a triggered bitch because you're upset about the third party. So you're not thinking about your child. You're thinking about your selfish needs at the moment and you're being triggered by your old triggers. So you're literally going to fuck up his relationship with his child because you can't get a handle on your triggers about the third party because you haven't worked on your self-concept of feeling not chosen by him. So what do you want to do? You want to blame him for the way he's showing up when you essentially feel not chosen. That's why you manifested a third party in the first place. And that's why she's still around. And that's why calls are right in front of you. And you're going to think that blocking him in the 3D or telling him not to come around or I'm not going to stand for this. Guys, if you'll start fucking setting boundaries in the 3D, what are you setting boundaries for? You caused the thing that you have to set a boundary about, Kat. And he's just going to think, what do you mean? I can't come to my house, and your house and see my child. And then if someone calls me, I can't answer the phone. What are you fucking on about, you triggered bitch? That's about your stuff, Kat. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, you're right. Sending lots of love, laws. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you, darling. But, darling, stop being bothered by the third party. That's why she's showing up. That's why he's doing that. Seriously, this works. He's back and just stopped to see me. As he was leaving, he said he's coming home. It's in the works, and he loves me too much to ever lose me again. Ah, Ryan, that's wonderful. Wonderful, darling. I told him I'd choose his pro. Oh, cat. Bloody hell. Can you please talk about revision a little bit? I feel like I am, A, working out a lot of shitty beliefs by doing every night. P.S. Aren't you going to do a 12-day challenge? And by getting movement in 3D. What are you talking about, 12-day challenge? I don't really understand. And getting movement in 3D. What's the question? You want me to talk about revision? Guys, revision is going back in your mind, changing the scene and looping it over and over until it feels natural. If you can't do it, don't even try and just accept it. Oh my God, he's eating right now as you speak, Loz. He's picking at his food. Oh, really? I know it's little, but it's something, right? Exactly, darling. You just tell him. I affirmed all the time for my cat. I used to tell her every day, you are the healthiest 19-year-old pussycat anyone's ever seen. And then when she was 20, I was like, you're the healthiest 20-year-old pussycat anyone's ever seen. You're so healthy. You have such a good appetite. You always feel so good. Your stomach always feels so good. Hello, I'm driving. Oh, are you, darling? At a red light, though. Oh, you're at a red light. So if we're scripting that SP is our boyfriend and calling SP our man, something will transpire that makes that a reality. Sometimes I'm like the girl, I'm being delusional, but that's just thoughts. Guys, if you imagine they're yours in your mind, and it has to play out in 3D. I want to learn how to just live in my head instead of living based on what I see. I know it's really hard, guys, because we all think this 3D is real, but you've just got to stop believing in it. Sasha probably has the best videos about that. Go and watch I Am Sasha Official on here or on TikTok. Don't force revising if it doesn't help you now. What matters is your current identity and future. So if it's better to just decide that it doesn't even matter and you're a new person, it's okay. Exactly. That's great advice. I can't get out of his mind. He's running into me everywhere. That's great, Jill. I'm scared to make contact in case it doesn't go well. Am I holding the story? You're holding the story that it won't go well, Bobbit. So what do you reckon is going to happen? Stop holding that story. But a lot of the time, what we see, how we interpret it rather, is just based on shitty self-concept. Guys, it's what you see the world through. It's this. You're all seeing the world through a different lens. This is what you have to get rid of and just see the world clearly for what it really is. Hello, Loz. I've been persisting well for what you created, not what it really is. Hello, Loz. I've been persisting in my new life, but this week it's been so angry and triggered over everything. It's driving me crazy. What is this? I don't know, darling. Who the hell knows? Guys, if you're feeling triggered and crazy, is it your old thoughts trying to bug you and trying to make you go back to the old you? What are you triggered about? There's nothing for you to do except live in the end. That's wonderful. I feel like that, Loz, because he decided again to put hanging out with his friend rather than me because I haven't seen him in a while. Yes, I know I'm frustrating you. No, Tara, it's just that you constantly feel not a priority and ignored and you're not recognizing it. And you come in here every week and keep telling me you're being ignored or not made a priority. And then you're blaming them for turning up that way when that's your dominant thinking about yourself. And I'm waiting for you to wake up and realize, fuck, I am doing this. It's all me. Why am I getting annoyed at him? He literally has no choice but to outpicture, not giving me time, ignoring me, not making me the priority. I'm doing that. Hi, Faith. I've been doing the course and my manifested SP wouldn't come over for the weekend so I could focus on the course. Oh, did you? He has brought up every fucking trigger I have. He has made me feel so low since, oh no, so low since what? Where's the rest of it? Is there more to this? Oh, God damn it, Faith. Where's the rest? Faith, don't worry about that. You just work on the course. You just focus on you and you decide that he's just going to come back and better than ever. And you don't need to be perfect for that to happen. You're just working on you. You're a work in progress. Oh, Ray I am. Thank you, darling, for the $2. Thank you, darling. Thank you for the super chat. Are you doing a 12-day challenge for revision? No, or was I meant to? We could do that. If you guys want to do, we're going to do challenges in the free group soon. Okay. I promise we could do that one. Yes. I spiraled down so much. I've been having trouble getting back up. Well, stop that. I want to know what you think about revision, working out shitty beliefs, and if it gives movement in 3D. Of course it fucking does. Guys, I've got rid of fucking skin cancers on my face and bruises and burns, and I revise all the time on my body. But I think I have a hard time revising my childhood because I can't remember the fucking thing. Of course it works, guys. This all works. What do you mean does it work? Of course it fucking does. You're doing it. Whatever you dominantly do in your mind will work. So if you're dominantly thinking negative thoughts, that'll work. If you're dominantly revising, that'll work. If you're dominantly thinking new thoughts, that'll work. Whatever you dominantly do will work. That's how it works. Lost my car, passed the emissions test. I saved $250 and won't be going back to my mechanic. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. What the fuck am I? Kat, I read your comments. Oh God, I've lost my place here because I scrolled down for Faith, but I couldn't find the rest of your comment, darling. You don't have to share your personal details of successes, Laws. I'm very private also. Look, guys, honestly, my old SP, like old SP, when we started first going out, we had to go to this Mother's Day lunch, and my brother didn't even know about him. And I was like, oh, can I bring someone? He was like, oh. And it'd been months. We'd been together for months and no one knew. Not my best friend, not my brother, no one. Not my mum, no one. Actually, I think I told my mum, but she was getting Alzheimer's at the time, so she forgot. So I safely told her. Hang on, where am I? I really lost my place here. Loz, I got my SP back and I started a fight and he left me and blocked me. Then why do you guys think I have a huge focus on getting a handle on your triggers and not reacting like a bitch? The fuck? So, okay, go back and decide you didn't do anything wrong if you can't revise it, and imagine he's back and better than ever and he's talking to you now and he loves you. It doesn't matter what you said and you didn't do anything wrong. Yes, I know I'm frustrated. You're not frustrating me, Tara. Stop saying that. I think as our self-concept changes, we have to process the old emotions that can feel like shit. Yes, exactly, guys. Hi, Loz. Hope you're well. Do you have any ideas for career affirmations after leaving my job unwillingly on bad terms? I'm working on self-concept, but nothing specific in 3D. I need to keep going. Well, imagine I have the dream career. I love my new job. Everyone's so jealous of the job I have. That old job was shit. I'm so much better than that now. Look what I've got now. Just step into the state of having what you want now, darling. Don't worry about the thing that happened before. I'm affirming he has a little stomach bug and is feeling good as new. It's late here in the US, so I won't be able to call the vet until morning, but I'm very happy that he's picking up his food. That's all it is, darling. It's a little stomach bug, and he's going to have a lovely sleep, and he's going to wake up in the morning refreshed and raring to go and starving and wow, like scoff down his food so hard that you'll be like, slow down, right? SP got third party pregnant. I didn't spiral when I found out because I know I created it through Via's. Any advice? Or just decide it's not his baby, darling, and you and your SP are together, and that's not his baby, and she just made it up. And just imagine you guys together and don't even just imagine you and your SP together and just put her and the baby and everything out of your mind, like just over there, like it never happened. Don't even imagine her. Don't even imagine it. I've been noticing how much attention I'm getting from men on the street. Like I see them driving by and staring. Also, the compliments I'm getting from everyone. The affirmation work, SP's commitment is next. Yes, wonderful. I feel guilty for even feeling alive sometimes. Cassandra, what the fuck, darling? You've got some severe defectiveness issues where you feel like something's wrong with you, and therefore everything is going to go wrong, or people are not going to be there for you, or because there's something wrong with you, people won't want you. That's not fucking true. I feel like coming around there and slapping you. You're not a burden, darling. Stop saying that. Stop thinking that. Go and get my course, please, and really work on one of those fears. Seems so much easier to affirm changes when you've got a little shred of traction rather than no contact. No, it doesn't, Bobby. You're just fucking saying that. God damn it. Sometimes it's easier when you've got no fucking anything and you're in your mind. And then as soon as they start talking to you, let me give you the tip, you might get triggered because you're talking. Stop telling that story. Brittany, I manifested weight loss by first learning to super duper love my body. Now it's changing in leaps and bounds and very, very close to my dream body. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yes, I did that this morning. I thought I'd put on weight because I've been sitting at this desk so much and my boobs popping out my bra. And I'm like, right, I'm not putting on weight. My body's great. I was standing in front of the mirror telling it how good it was. Stop telling myself I'd put on weight. I tell myself that anything I eat that isn't diet food is filling out my boobs. Haha, hasn't worked yet, but it sure does take away the guilt. Victoria, thank you. I'll try that. Can you see my part one to the question? Oh, I can't see that. I think I did. Oh, wow. Sounds like she needs lots of self-concept work. Damn. Yes. People like Sandy are the triggered people who have problems with themselves and will decide to put down others. Oh, look, guys. Don't worry about it. Hi, Loz. I loved your course. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, very wonderful. We're just skipping all of this. Uh, Bother. Oh, that was too funny. Lots of self-concept is on point. She's not even triggered. You share when it's your time. Oh, guys, if you knew my actual story of what's going on in my love life and stuff, you'd be like, oh, right. Your community and TikTok alone are huge successes. Are they blind? Don't worry about it, Dylan. What's this? Hi, Loz. Will your self-concept course help us to identify and create the appropriate self-concept affirmation specific to us? Yes, that's the whole fucking point. Yes, yes. Because I'm so sick of you guys not knowing what your self-concept issue is and then using the wrong affirmations, thinking the wrong things, and then you're actually working on the wrong thing and you're not identifying what your core shit is back here that's hidden. And the reason why you can't identify it, even though you're trying really hard, is because it's hidden away from you for a reason. If you guys get my free mini course, if you haven't got it yet, make sure you do because the Loz letter is coming out tomorrow. So, guys, I'm giving out a free newsletter every week, Wisdom Wednesdays, with truth bombs from me dropped into your inbox every Wednesday. It's going to be the Loz letter. And it's going to be like a series of teachings, okay? That will be really valuable to you. So make sure you get the free mini course. You sign up for that. Or if you've already got on my email list, that's fine. Or you've already got the course, you'll be part of that already. Okay. And part of that is in the mini course, I talk about how your subconscious is hidden for a reason. That's what it means. It means to be not fully aware. It doesn't want you to be aware of those thoughts back here. That's the point of your subconscious. If you were constantly aware of every thought you were having back here at all times of the day, you wouldn't be able to function. So its whole purpose is for you to not be aware. That's why my course helps with the assessment because it picks up things you're not aware of consciously. Took me by surprise and saw it on a different person's post because I looked at the likes and had done that before. So I know it wasn't a coincidence that I saw her profile when checking. What are you talking about, darling? Well, okay, stop checking. This is about the socials and checking, please. My life is so good since I've come across Loz. She's given so much. Thank you, darling. Loz, your course was profound. I cried hard in the first few therapy sessions. Oh, anyone in your live chats or in the Facebook group can see how much success your followers have daily. Look, guys, I'm actually considering doing a whole lot of success posts because I'm like, do people honestly think I don't have success stories because I don't brag? Does that what the fuck? I'm just not a bragger. It's not my nature. I could win an Oscar and I'd probably use it as doorstop in the toilet. Like, I'm not a braggy person, right? So for me, it feels very weird going, we have so much success in our group. I'm so great. I'm the number one. Yay, me. Like, I just feel a bit fucking stupid about it. Why do I need to do that? The success in the group and you guys speaks for itself. You know what I mean? If you have to tell people you're great, you're not that great. Just read these comments. I'm back on living the end of assisting with my self-concept. Now I know to not check like an idiot. I've got my triggers under control now. Question mark. Turn that into a full stop, darling, into a period. Yes, I've got my triggers under control now. Period. Your success is my success. It is, guys. I'm not joking. Like, why would she keep doing it and gaining followers and stuff? Guys, can you imagine? We're following this girl, even though apparently she's got no success. But let's follow her anyway. I trust she lost. The amount of care and love you put into that course is obvious. I could see it within the first module. Oh, thank you, darling. I'm just a massive perfectionist. I'm trying to get over my perfectionism issues by thinking the next course I do, I'm not going to take so long to do it. I'm actually giving myself a deadline. So I get it out to you guys. So I can't do that again, that perfecting the whole fucking thing. Drove myself crazy. There's no reason why people need to know about your life. Even just knowing you're successful is more than enough, but it isn't even necessary because people should mind their own business, lol. Thank you, Todd. I just feel uncomfortable in life even doing it, guys. Like, honestly, I'm not joking. Like, I remember, and maybe I've got a dominant assumption that people will feel funny or be jealous of me because I've had a lot of people. Okay, I think I know where I'm getting this from, that I don't brag. First of all, because I used to have a low self-concept and I didn't used to take compliments well, right? So if someone would come up to me and take a compliment, I could never not go, oh, thank you, but, right? Or I couldn't even say thank you. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I also have a dominant assumption, I think sometimes, that people are going to be jealous. So whenever I've had success, I try to kind of quell it a little bit. And I remember when I got into drama school, I didn't tell my best friend at the time because she wanted to get in and I didn't even tell her. And then someone said it in front of her and said, oh, congratulations. She goes, what? And I did it because I didn't want to upset her, right? I didn't want her to feel bad. Then it also happened again with another best friend here a couple of years ago. I'd been given an award of a lot of money by an association here to make a television show or pitch a television show to Netflix, and I chose not to tell her that I got it. And then when she said to me, "Why didn't you tell me?" And then I just kind of went, "I didn't want to upset you." So I must have a dominant assumption that people are going to not be happy for me because I think I've had experiences in my life where people weren't happy for me. And so I think I've had this story that you don't brag. And I also, if I think about it, my mum was very much like, you don't brag about your stuff. We're not braggy here. And my household was very much like that. And so I think that's where I'm getting that from. And that's why I'm not a big, look at our success stories. And if I do that, guys, I'm going to feel so fucking weird about it. I'm not joking. I'm going to feel like cringe. Like, do I have to do this? Like Jenna's making me do it, and I'm feeling like, I don't know. But when I put together the edit of me going, yay, hooray, on the website of all your success stories, it actually made me so happy to make it. And every time I watch that, I get a little emotional because it makes me feel really good. Hmm. It hurts some people. Yes. I have a fear my body isn't good enough. Stop that. How can I change that? Stand in front of the mirror every day, naked, darling, and tell yourself that your body is perfect just the way it is. You are beautiful. You're wonderfully made. It'll be hard, but do it. My dominant fear is abandonment. I'm working on this. We'll say, no one will dare leave me. Look at my juicy ass. Look at my gorgeous tiny waist. Look at my skin. Look at me. Look at me. Who would leave this? Look at this fucking amazing body. God damn it. I want to fuck myself. It's so good. Okay. Can you please talk about revision a little bit? I feel like I'm working out. Oh, I saw that one. One thing, you say the course might trigger you in the intro in your website. I know it's an assumption of yours, maybe redraft it. Yes, I should, shouldn't I? Love you lots, mother of three kings on TikTok. I am doing that, aren't I? I shouldn't say that. You're right. You're 100% correct. I should listen to myself. Sorry, I strategically reposted my question. I don't worry, darling. Agreed, Loz. Let's normalize not being Disney princesses throwing tantrums as adult women. Oh, guys, I used to have so many friends like that. And I'd be like, on my 30th birthday, I think I've told this story before, none of them were speaking. And I was like, you are all going to sit here and my brother is making us a beautiful full-course meal and you're all going to just fucking get along. Because I was just like, grow the fuck up. What is this, high school? We're 30 years old. And then we all had a lovely time. I want one of each of the wine glasses if you're taking orders. Yes. So is that what you're saying, Nat? So you made wine glasses with my sayings on them. Did you, Nat? Oh, is that what you were saying about you want my address? Well, why don't we meet up, Nat, for a coffee? We'll go meet up for a drink in Perth. Those have your wine glasses with don't be a triggered bitch and well, darling, you're fucked. Nat, that's lovely. We should go meet up in Dianella somewhere. Have a drink. Is there anywhere around there in Dianella? I don't recall ever finding anywhere with my SP where we could go and have a drink around there or even a pizza. Even the takeaway was hard to find, to be completely honest. We were struggling. Part 2. I've manifested someone who I thought about and imagined as my person, and I actually met him, and he is into all these models, lol. He saw me and liked me. Oh, he's into all models, but he likes you. What am I doing? Now I'm overweight, insulin resistant, and finding it hard to lose weight. I also have changed my diet, but it's not coming off. What sort of concept do I need? Just go and do keto, darling, and tell yourself that works perfect for insulin resistance, and you're going to be fine. And weight's falling off you because that's what happens when you do that. What fucking doctor are you talking to? They're an idiot. Just go and watch Eric Berg about keto. Do it. Tell yourself that as you're doing it, everything's going away that was there before, and the weight is falling off you so much so that people are concerned. They think you're real. You've lost so much weight, right? Thank you, Nat. Your body listens to all of your thoughts, Brittany, so start giving it love and believing in the change being possible. Exactly, guys, it's listening all the time. Sasha spoke about a small amount of affirmations to cope when triggered during the day might help. Oh, did she? What were they? I met a woman who really inspired me and made changes over 6 years that helped me lose 100 pounds. And then over the last 8 years, I've accumulated muscular control and agility. Oh, wonderful. Great. High lows. All my fears in the course are very high, 75 being the lowest. Oh, that's right, darling. Shall I work on all of them? Yes. Shall I do all the paperwork on all of them? Yes. So what I want you to do, guys, if you've got this is happening a lot, So if you've got a lot of scores that are very high, I want you to go back into the assessment and then read the statements and think, which of these ring really true for me? Like, which of these stand out as my beliefs that I think are really true? And then write them down. The other side of the page, I want you to write the opposite as an affirmation. Okay, I should have made it like that in the course, and I'm going to change it. Okay. So what I want you to do is really hone in on, like, which of these do I really believe? And then work on those. Don't worry about which fear was most dominant. Like, which of the statements? Got it? Came in just in time for the droplet moment. Oh my God, is that what we're up to? Fuck me, I'm really far behind. Yes, money affirmation. Okay. I'll be right back. Got to drive home. Oh, career affirmations. You're too wonderful and kind for your own good. Oh, career affirmations. Darling, any career affirmations would be like, oh, you mean for me? You're talking about my own career? But guys, say things like, I have the dream career. Everyone wants to work with me, or whatever it is that you do. Brittany, I'm sending you love and strength. Believe in yourself. You can do this. If I can do it, you can. Oh, that's lovely, darling. The car wash had an emissions test site, and there I decided to pay $20 to get my car tested and bypass my mechanic. I started to affirm to get into the state of holding my test for the pass. And guess what? Oh, and he got it. That's wonderful, darling. And car passed the test, saved $250. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, thank you, Loz. I literally saw her live tonight and had to wait up for your live. Having had this so long, I know it's gone. I joke I'm healthy and whole. Just need to keep affirming. Whose live are you talking about? You're talking about Sasha's? Who are we talking about? Who Malibu Milk? Who are you talking about? I don't know who you were talking about. I literally saw her live tonight. Had to wait up for your live. Having had this so long, I know it's gone. I joke I'm healthy and whole. Yes, you're healthy and whole. Is this coincidence? I had a thought about Travis cheating on Kylie. Next thing, the news blows up all over social media. Did I do that? Yep. It's because of Chloe's news. I thought, wow, that didn't happen. Continued to Kylie. You did that, darling. My SP rudely interrupted me watching this live by video calling me. How dare he? Victoria, thank you so much, hon. I just saw your message. I'll take your advice. That's wonderful advice. Married, want to leave, but SP wants physical intimacy. Don't feel like I can tell SP no. Don't feel I can leave the marriage either. Well, are you in control of your life, or are they? I know it's just stupid people-pleasing pattern from childhood. So apparently your old SP that you don't want is controlling your life, and the new SP is controlling your life, and you can't say no to either of them. You can't leave, and you can't say no to this person. Why don't you fucking stand up for yourself? Why don't you start saying, I'm in control of my life. I'm with my new SP, and we're the greatest sex life. And my old SP, we are amicably split up, and he's found someone new, and everything worked out perfect for us in the end. And work on your people pleasing, please. Yes, Jenna's here. Hey, Lords, I had heaps. Like, guys, also what I want to say about Jenna is, if Jenna says anything to you guys in the group or anything, that's come from me. Like, she's like my right hand, my right arm, right? So if Jenna enforces rules, this is what just happened recently. Jenna enforced some rules, and people thought like that wasn't, or felt weird about it. That's her job. Okay. Hey, Loz, I had heaps of negative thoughts, and I got into really low state for months. But the person I attracted in when I had good self-concept really likes me. Oh, wonderful. Why is this when my self-concept was in the toilet? Well, maybe you didn't like them and you attract people you don't like or something. Well, you attracted them in when you had good self-concept. That makes sense. Doesn't matter that you got into a low state. They liked you when you had good self-concept, didn't they? That's how it works. So get your self-concept back to that point by really working on you, darling, and don't worry about them for now. One good thing about being out of work is wonderful for this community and laws. I'm really working on myself for the first time in decades. Look, guys, when you have time off, that's the time to sit and watch what you want to watch, do the work, do the courses, do the work on yourself. Take that time. Use it. COVID's been really good for, C word, has been really, really good for that for some people. They've focused on their hobbies. They've worked on themselves. Like, they've worked on their relationships, the relationships with their children, because they had the free time off work. It's been a wonderful thing in some ways for some people. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're an inspirational, particularly Loz. Sorry to put her on the pedestal. Oh, darling. Yes, made them. Oh, did you, Nat? You made them. Oh, how lovely. Oh, love it. Oh, damn you don't. I want to revise that I have worked on a certain company for at least a year now. Well, imagine you work there. Does the course give us recommendations after we take the quiz? Yeah, so I talk about in depth about each of the fears and what they are and then what to do about it. Okay? But what I want you to do, that a lot of people aren't getting, is I want you to take the statements that ring most true for you from the assessment, turn those into affirmations for yourself. I just didn't put them in the workbook because I didn't want you knowing what the statements were before you did the test. And I don't want anyone reading the workbook and giving it away, because otherwise the test's all fucked and your result will be screwed. That's why I didn't talk about it in the workbook. People like that person remind me of what Neville said about the 10 men who received the gift. They were all lepers. Only one turned back and said, thank you. The other 9 left, got their help, never said thank you. I forgot about that story. Yes, lepers. They can stay lepers if they want in their leper community. I have several fibroids. No, you don't. And they are growing. No, they're not. Also developed. No, you didn't. I do not want to have a hysterectomy. Darling, I've had a ovarian cyst before and they didn't have to operate or do shit. They are recommending I've been listening to Joseph Murphy healing affirmations. Anything else I can affirm? Darling, I had the most pain. I mean, I know what ovarian cysts feel like. It's the most pain you've ever felt in your whole fucking life. I ended up in hospital and it just went down of its own accord. What you got to understand about ovarian cysts is that's how you have a period. I didn't know that until I had a cyst. I didn't know that it goes and then the egg pops out and it goes. So all it is it's kept going. So just see it going back down. Oh, my ovaries are so small. Oh, look, they've shrunk down to normal. They only rise and fall at the right time of the month. My ovaries are perfect. Everything about my hormonal system, my reproductive system is perfect. Everything functions absolutely perfectly. Imagine it functioning perfectly. Imagine coming to me and telling me that it's perfect. You don't have to have a hysterectomy. Those people are fucking idiots. Darling, all you need to do is regulate your hormones. You could. I went on the pill. I went on the pill at 16 because I had ovarian cyst. What? I didn't have to have a hysterectomy at 16. Your doctors are morons. Go and get a second opinion for a start, and then affirm that you're fine. Don't you dare go and get a hysterectomy. Fuck no. What are some things to tell oneself when they feel like they're doing things wrong? I don't mean to affirm this, but things are manifesting me like they used to, and I'm not sure why. Darling, Demarian, if you've got a dominant assumption there's something wrong with you or you're not enough, things will go wrong in your reality and you'll be like, another thing, another thing. It's because you just keep holding that belief that something's wrong with you inside you and that it will happen until you get rid of that. Nothing goes wrong in my reality anymore. Everything is right and I make the right choices and everything I do is right and everything I say is right because I'm right. There's nothing wrong with me. Say those things, please. I'm not wrong. I don't do things wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. I swear the only person I would listen to is laws. It's so funny. Start reading into people's self-concept, even in movies. I find it so hard not to watch anything without analysing people's self-concept. Okay, thank you, Loz. You're my lifesaver. Okay, good cat. Loz, I want him to ask me to be his girlfriend, but he doesn't want to put a label on it because of his past. No, that's your thoughts about it, darling. You're assuming that. I know I caused it, but how can I get him to ask me? Stop thinking it's important that he asks. I've been trying to just assume I'm the girlfriend. Well, do that. Why is the asking important? I don't think I've ever been in a relationship in my whole life where someone said, will you be my girlfriend? It's just, we are. Why do you need the words? No one's ever said that to me. Will you be? I'd be like, fuck, dude, we've been going out for all this time and now you're asking me, what do you think we're doing here? What do you need the asking for? Why do you need that reassurance? That's about you. I had to unfollow my SP to prevent myself from being a triggered bitch because the third party, he'll come back. I'm bloody great. Guys, if you need to do that, then do it, I guess. That's fine. And just decide that they're back and better than ever and it doesn't matter what you do. Loz, I really have been working on some concept and feeling better, except SP is still the same, but I still don't understand why I'm still persisting. Hard to not think I'm missing something. Oh, Marie, because you keep looking at the 3D and you keep saying over and fucking over again every single time you come on the chat that it's not working. So it's not working because you keep saying it's not working. I don't know how many times I have to say to you, stop saying that. He's not changing. It's not working. I don't know why it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. He's not coming back. He's not changing. He's not changing. You keep telling your mind. So you're trying to affirm good things. And then you're telling your mind on the opposite side, it's not working. He's not coming back. Nothing's changing. But you're doing all this. And then you wonder why it's not working. Your mind is listening. Someone told me I should visualize it as though it's a memory. Is that accurate? You could do that, guys. But how do you revise as though it's a memory? Just close your eyes and revise, or just imagine. It's just your imagination, guys. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Yes, I tell my cat he's a healthy boy with a healthy tummy. He used to throw up a lot. Oh, yes. Forget about that throwing up business. It's like I tell my cat she's a little bit too scared to go too far. So, like, she's decided the street is the territory, but past the end of the street, she's not going to venture. Right? And a couple of people in the street have been a bit concerned, like, I've seen your cat run right up to the main road. I'm like, yeah, but have you seen that she runs and she stops? She'll go to the end of the street and she'll stop. She'll go to the end of that end of the street, she'll stop. She doesn't actually venture out of this, like the cone of silence around this street, that she won't venture out of it unless I'm with the dog and then she decides she's really brave, right? So you can tell them what they need to be like, what they are like. Where am I? Part two, do I just continue to assume that I'm the girlfriend or affirm that he will ask me, why do you need them to ask you? Assume you are it, please. Or you can fucking affirm that he asks, but I don't know why you guys need the asking so bad. I've been feeling so good this past week that I bought myself a cake today to just celebrate me. Oh, I love that. Maybe I'll buy myself a keto cake and celebrate launching the course. Celebrate myself. I love that. Lynn, cake is always a fun time. Yes. Do both, however, you wouldn't need to affirm that he will ask you if you're already the girlfriend. Exactly. Loves my SP came back. Oh, golly! He texted me last night, invited me to dinner. We had a wonderful evening, kept affirming he loves me and only me. When we partied, my party this morning gave me the biggest kiss goodbye. So sweet. I want commitment, be engaged, living together. Well, I just assume that's this way and keep affirming any advice of the phase of getting back together. Didn't I answer this already? I said, assume you're back together and don't think about the phase. You are back together. Had a bad day today, cried and said old story shit, getting right back in my new story now that it's snapped out of it. Guys, you can have bad days. It's all right. Let's get back on the horse. Where am I? Oh, thank you for the super chat, darling. Why am I saying the same thing over and over? Have I gone past this bit already? Put pictures of me and my SP on my bathroom mirror to live in the end. That's great. What affirmation did I say to bring him back after the confrontation? Well, stop fucking confronting him for a start. My care beliefs were 2 and 3 of the assessment. My core beliefs. Okay, we'll work on those and take the statements that are truest in those 2 fears and turn them into our opposite affirmations. Those you no, you don't. No, they're not. No, they didn't. Guys, stop saying people are doing things. Your mind is listening. My dad will come to my house and be like, the economy, and I'll go, no. Like my neighbor the other day started saying something about my cat. You better be careful because I said, listen, Jen, stop saying that. She went, oh, but I went, oh, excuse me. I do that to people. Don't put that thought in my brain. Stop talking. I did that to my neighbor the other day. Stop talking. I want to hear that. It's such an extra step, lol, but if it helps, remember people unaware of LOA don't do that to get into the relationship and they still do. Yes. Marie, I feel like I found a purpose. I'm so proud of her. Oh, wonderful, mate. Yes, let's do it. Okay, good. Do negative thoughts automatically put off all the hard work for manifestation? No, darling. I keep having positive affirmation, but negative thoughts scare me. Stop letting them scare you guys. You're going to have a lot of negative ones cancel all the good work you're doing. So don't worry about it. I don't believe in the girlfriend title anymore, but I'm married. If I was single, I would do rotational dating. Exactly, guys. Don't worry about the title. You make me laugh because I know what it's like to have someone make you question life. Love Mazel. She's really speaking of the I remember when technique, which is a form of revision in memory form. What do you mean? I remember when I used to have this or that. Yes. Refreshing. Finally, someone that's real and positive. Oh, thank you, darling. Did I miss anything here? Casual negative. Oh, fuck. Just jumped. Casual negative thoughts don't matter. Exactly. Occurring negative beliefs you assume are true will dominant. What's dominant will manifest. Just don't stress and work on them. Yes, exactly, darling. Loz, I've been with my new SP for almost 2 months and he keeps saying he's single whenever he talks about other people. Why are you assuming your person's thinking that way? You're doing that. You're putting those thoughts in your mind. Do you feel like he hasn't committed to you yet? Do you feel like he doesn't want you yet? Do you feel like you haven't been locked down yet? Do you feel like that? You're putting those thoughts in his mind and he has no choice but to refer it back to you when you're out and about and he'll go, oh, yeah, I'm still single. Are you feeling unchosen and unwanted? What are your story about you and him? Got to run, guys. Love you. Oh, Todd. Thanks, Loz. No, I don't. No, I don't. My hormones are perfectly balanced. I will just look at the doctor like she has 2 heads. Or go to a new one, Todd. They want to be asked so badly because they want the 3D validation. People like that tend to want signs all the time. Darling, go and read who is it? Emily, read this book. You Can Heal Your Life. Louise Hay was told she had cancer. She was like, thank you for that information. Goodbye. And she just didn't listen to a fucking word the doctor said. And then she wrote this book and became a multimillionaire. Okay? Go and read it. Go and get it. You Can Heal Your Life. Or listen to it on audio tape on YouTube or whatever. They want to be asked so badly because they want the 3D validation. The people that like that tend to want signs all the time. Guys, if you need validation from your 3D all the time, like your SP, you've got to do it in your mind. I mean, I attracted him in when I had good self-concept, but he still likes me and I had bad self-concept too. So I'm wondering why he didn't reflect that bad self-concept. Is it because I still assumed he liked me? Yes, it could be that because you assumed he liked you because of the way he was before and you just ran with the story that he likes you so much. So run with that story still. Thanks, Loz. Yeah, it's a whole lot of bunch of childhood shit. I've never been asked for anything and a whole lot of unchosen shit. Well, then why are you blaming your SP? Guys, please don't blame your SPs for your fucking childhood. They weren't there. Loz, the women and men whose self-concept is on point from the start, happily married, career, etc. I just have to wonder what their family dynamic was like. Like how were they spoken to and treated? Well, exactly, guys. Oh, thank you, darling, who gave me that super chat. Guys, think about this logically. It's also what your parents' relationship was like. So my parents' relationship was really shitty. So I watched a relationship where someone was put down. That was my dad putting my mum down. Okay, lots of yelly, screamy. And even though my parents are good people, their relationship was awful. So it could have been like they were good parents to their children, but their relationship, like displayed, was terrible. And then you learnt off that and you develop your self concept from that. It's amazing what will affect you. Philip, Laws, I made the mistake of telling a friend about SP. Never again. I've switched to visualizing me telling my friends about my engagement with SP. Guys, you can just go and revise if you ever spoke about it, or just imagine that anytime you see them, they never ask you anything. Seriously, if I go hang out with friends, I just assume before I go hang out with them or my aunties or whatever that are really nosy, I always say they're not going to ask me. No one asked me. No one asked me about anything. And they never do. Just affirm now that that's what happens from now on with those people and they've forgotten what you even spoke about. Uh-huh. And yes, visualize telling them about your engagement, and it's none of their fucking business what the hell's going on. Uh-huh. Wonderful, Philip. You just live in your mind more. Don't worry about what's happening out here or what anyone's saying or doing or questioning you, and start assuming no one asked you and it's no one's business and you don't have to discuss it and no one ever dare. They don't even dare ask. They don't even ask. I had a customer try talk about recession. I just said to him, it doesn't affect me. Good, darling, good. And people think you're a nut when you say things like that. Can you explain revision? Guys, it's just going into your mind and changing it, whatever the scene was, changing it completely to what you wish had happened. Yes, so true. I want to do that to people, Loz. Stop talking. I actually do. I did it to my neighbour yesterday. I'm not joking. And she did it twice. And I went, stop talking. Jen, I don't want to know. She went, yes, but, and I said, and she's the most negative person. Like she's 60 and single. And she said something to me, oh, when I got to 40, I just knew my life was over. And I went, well, I felt like saying, well, that's why it's over, love. That's such a fucking dominant subject. Just you and your dog feeling sorry for yourself in the last 20 years. What do you expect would happen when you had that dominant assumption? As soon as she said it, I went, well, that's why this lady's life is the way it is. And she's so negative. And I was like, fuck me. And then she said to me, what do you do? The other day, and I told her, and she went, sounds like I need your course. And I was thinking, you fucking do. People at work keep telling me that they are happy that my husband is back. I always say yes and take his best for land. Oh, I'll do that, darling. I want to do that to people's stories. Yes. Okay, Marie? Stop coming in here. I'm just telling you because this is what I was trying to explain to Mitch before he left the group. He kept coming in and doing posts that would be positive, and the next minute he'd do a post and be like, I'm having a tantrum, or things are going wrong, or where is it, or has my subconscious been impressed, or been all sad. And I was trying to explain to him, you're telling your mind the wrong thing, and that's why it's fucking up for you. And you constantly keep asking me, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? And you're undoing all your good work. You're doing all this work and you're undoing it. And then you're fucking it. And he thought I was saying you can't have what you want. What I was saying was you're screwing up your own work. Listen to what I said, but you didn't hear me. Thank you. One of the things that can help you guys is to say that no matter what I say or do, I still get what I want because I say so. Yes, I still get what I want because I say so. Say that. Well, someone said something to me about SP that was negative, and I can't get that thing out of my head. Well, try, darling. I revised the whole combo, but I still can't get that out of my head. What to do? Well, try and figure out where that's coming from, like your association with clinging on to this. What is it saying about you, that thing that was said? Like, he doesn't love you, or they're not coming back, or you're not pretty, or you're not the best girlfriend I ever had, or whatever it is. What's it got to do with you? Feeling not good enough? Feeling like you get abandoned? Figure out what the self-concept issue is there, because that's why you can't get rid of it. Love that book? Yes. Can you explain vision? Okay, I did. Philip, that's awesome. Yes. Can I manifest situations having never happened and others beginning it? Yes, guys, that's revision. Yes, they never asked me. Yes. Revision is simply replaying a situation you wish had gone the way it did. Yes. Fun fact, did you know there's an example of revision in the original Jumanji movie? Robin Williams' neighbour saw something very scary and her therapist guided her through revision. How cool is that? Oh, really? I haven't seen Jumanji. And Flamingo, I'm writing to you this week. I promise, darling. I've got your DM there. I've just been so busy. Guys, look, think about the amount of movies that have like revision type things, like Back to the Future, where the people are disappearing from the photo and he revises it. She said, what? What were we talking about? Dang, that's such a young age to say that too. What are we talking about? Haha, J-Lo and Kim K are in their 40s or 50s. Yes, exactly. I know. What a thing. Oh, my neighbour. Yeah, what a thing to say. And as soon as she said it, I thought, God, no wonder your life just went to shit. Hey, look, oh, I keep saying money comes to me easily. I keep finding cash all over my house. Oh, do you, darling? Money everywhere. Yes, guys, say that. Money everywhere. Jenna had an amazing money manifestation the other day, like crazy amazing. When I told Sasha, Sasha was like, "Oh my God, that's crazy. She's a master manifestor. That's amazing." And I was like, "But she dipped herself out of $6." Is it bad that I watch these lives just cause, and I know the answers? Is that too much content consumption? Look, I used to do that in Sammy Ingram's group because a lot of the coaches used to go live and I was working from home and I would just watch them because they were live, like background entertainment. It was like confirming what I already knew, right? Until everyone got triggered and everyone got kicked out. But like, I just did it because I was like, I know all these answers, but I'm just listening, like confirming what I already knew. You can do that, darling. Doesn't mean you don't know. I knew the answers to all the questions, but I still sometimes ask questions just to see what the answer was. And then I'll be like, yeah, I know that answer. Is it bad that I watch the? Oh, I saw the one. Should I affirm away the circumstance or just focus on the end? My SP is married. Just focus on the end, please. But if you need to affirm away the circumstance because you can't possibly imagine being married, then do. No rush, darling. Laws. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, good, darling. I've been telling Hannah for about 5 weeks that I'm messaging her back. Sometimes it's dangerous knowing nothing in the 3D can affect what I want because I already have it. I'm so careless now in 3D and it's the best feeling. I barely even try and get everything I want. No, that's great. That's wonderful. JC, I found a check for over $2,000 in my couch. Did you? Holy shit. It's a good tune up, even if you're on point. Yeah, listening to people's content sometimes, guys, just in the background or whatever. Like, I don't watch television. I only watch Bold and the Beautiful. I cannot believe Jenna doesn't even know what that is. She was saying to me the other day, "What's Bold and the Beautiful?" I was like, "How do you not know what the Bold and the Beautiful is?" That's my one time of the day where I watch television. I'll just watch it for half an hour before the live, and then I'm like, "Okay, I'm refreshed." It's my downtime. Right, I've been working all day, and I'll take half an hour. Watch Bold and the Beautiful. Actually, I'm still working while I watch it in between ads. I'm doing WhatsApps in between ads. I'm doing things. I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch all his lives. That's what I got like, guys. You got to understand. Like, I've been the kind of person who's been so obsessed with self help that I did this sketch that's on my old YouTube channel, and I will stick it on my TikTok about um, needing to read more self help books, needing to be more perfect. And the girl that was filming it for me said, "Wow, did you get all those from a library? Where'd you get all those books?" And I was like, "I've read them all. They're mine." She was like in shock. She was like, "How many self help books have you got?" And like Jim Carrey said, when Oprah was like, "How do you know all about manifestation stuff? How do you know all this stuff?" And he goes, "I used to always live, in the self-help section of the bookstore." They started calling it the Jim Carrey wing, right? I was like him. I would read every fucking thing. I was obsessed. Yes, I listened to Subconscious Laws, Kim Belez, Neville Goddard, or Joseph Murphy because I'm so passionate about this topic. Yes, do that, guys. Absolutely. Plus, I sent you a message on Messenger about running your Instagram. You go, "Oh, yes, I saw it, darling. I'm getting to you too." Yes. Although I think we have already hired someone to do everything. So I need someone to do like all social media, which is happening behind the scenes at the moment, some more staff. So I might actually not need just an Instagram person. I'll get back to you though, darling. Okay. The fuck am I? Hey, Loz, seems I've also nailed my money manifestations. Booked a cruise a few nights ago because I could. Old me with stress spending the money. Then the next day I received 3,500. Oh, wonderful. You're really getting rid of that broadcast thinking. If then you're spending money and money comes, that's great. That's why I resonate so strongly with Neville Goddard, just maybe, yes. If SP still has my items since no contact in 2 weeks, do I just affirm I get them back from him instead of asking him in 3D? Well, if you're getting them back, wouldn't that be like you're splitting up? If you're affirming that you want them back, that means it's over. Why don't you just leave it there and imagine you live there? I remember when my old SP came to my house and we split up in England and he came and got his stuff out of his drawer and he opened the drawer and took the stuff and I just felt crushed. I was like, "Oh my God, this is really over. I can't believe this." Like, stop thinking, what do you need the stuff for? See yourselves together. I used to overgive and ask for it back when I would get mad and triggered. Well, you're just using it as a way to get triggered, darling, and have an argument with him. And why are you doing that? Yes, listen to Subconscious. Oh, I saw that one. Haha, I only watched Dynasty. Dynasty. Oh, is there a new Dynasty? I didn't even know that. Oh, hang on, Lynn, super chat. Hi, Loz. I've been working on subconscious for months and doing great. I'll get SP back and it will be amazing. But then we'll fight and break up. This keeps happening. Okay, that keeps happening because of you, Lynn. So that's what I was saying about your triggers. So if you can, get my course and really, really, really assess the assessment. So once you've done the assessment, you've figured out what your triggers are, you'll be like, right, I'm writing down each of these fears that really, really ring true to me. I'm turning it into new statements, new affirmations that are positive. And then whenever I get triggered, I'm going to use the trigger flipper in the assessment workbook, in the course workbook, and I'm going to flip my triggers every time they come up, because I know that my triggers are the problem. I know that's why we get in fights. I know that I have this fight or flight response. I get triggered, then we fight. And that's me doing that. So the only person who's going to stop that is me. And I need to get a handle on my triggers. And if you can't get the course, whatever, darling, get my free ebook. Join my Loz letter that will be coming out tomorrow. So, guys, make sure you get on the Loz letter email list, okay, either by getting the free ebook or signing up to the newsletter at the bottom of the Loz letter at the bottom of my website, or you've already got the course, okay, and read those every week. And go and watch my whole triggers playlist on TikTok, okay? What's the trigger? Have you identified what it is you fight about, Lynn? So tell me in the chat below what it is you fight about. What do you get in fights about? Tell me. What is it's triggering you about him? What does he do that triggers you? Can you tell me? Don't give me another super chat. Just tell me. She's so underrated. What are we talking about? Florence Gobushin. Yes, I haven't actually read enough of her books, to be honest. She was before Neville. Lynn, tell me what you get triggered by. Hi, Kayleen. And the lady who wins every contest she enters. Yes, Helene Hadsell. Actually, I have to do an interview on that YouTube channel with Carolyn. She asked me, and it's almost the end of October. I must contact her. The lady, contest queen who runs a YouTube about Helene Hadsell, asked me to go on and have an interview with her on YouTube. I'll go do that. We can talk about money mindset and self-concept and what money has to do with your self-concept, or what self-concept has got to do with money. Thanks. I'll look it up. Yes. Lynn, tell me what. Okay. He'll say a comment that triggers me, something that makes me feel not good enough. He also has a lot of past trauma, and I think we trigger each other. No. You're thinking his trauma is affecting you. It's not. It's your story about his trauma. He's got issues. He's got trauma because he's all kinds of fucked up. He gets triggered. He says nasty things. He says he puts me down. He's all kinds of messed up, and then it keeps happening. You've got to see him differently as a person who's not like that, who's not fucked up by his own trauma, who doesn't put you down, who doesn't say things like that, and you start working on feeling good enough so he doesn't talk like that to you. He's only reflecting your dominant feelings about yourself. There's absolutely no point getting in a fight about it. It's like yelling at yourself in the mirror and then blaming him for your shit. Stop that. I've actually won a trip to Colorado Springs, all expenses paid, and spending money. Oh, really, darling? Wonderful. I think I'm actually already there. I want to manifest my dream job now after working on my self-concept. Well, imagine you are already there. Same. I need to keep working on my self-concept. Sometimes I get to the point where I'm like, to hell with the both of my SPs. Guys, sometimes you can feel like that because you're just like, I'm so fucking great. You're so far below me. I don't even know why I wanted you. That's how I feel like sometimes about certain people. How do we access your one-to-one coaching? So, guys, when the paid Facebook group starts, we will have a launch. And we will allow like a couple of days grace, and then the coaching will start. And there'll be 2 sessions a week. And we're actually thinking of something else to give more people a form of coaching that might be good for you guys as well. Jenna and I were discussing it, but we'll let you guys know how we're going to work it. We just got to figure out how we work it out, which means more people can do coaching rather than less. I'm in Perth also. Oh, he just came back in. Did I hear you say you need someone for social media marketing? I'm looking. I also have a background in editing and photography. Oh, do you, darling? And you're in Perth? Oh, really? Well, you can message me too, darling, and DM me. But I think we've already got a short list of people. But DM me, guys. Intend. How do you want to feel in the relationship? How do you want him to show up? Do you want to show up? It's perfect, Kayla. Exactly. Florence is great, but is this or something better? I use other teachings. Yeah, she says divine intervention and divine this and divine timing, and this is something better, which really throws me off her. I'm like, stop saying that. Neville Goddard tells a story about a person who owes him money and what he did about it. He just imagined he got it back. And his wife was like, why don't you tell him? Since I'm already getting movement, I'm going to keep it at my self-concept. Good. Francisco, that's exactly what's causing it. Start affirming that everyone loves and enjoys your company. Simply affirm that you're so happy that your friend has paid you back. Oh, what's happening here? What did he say, Francisco? I missed it. Triggered that a friend doesn't pay me back for some stuff, such a small amount. It probably has to do with self-concept being ignored and overlooked. Yes, it does, darling. I remember I used to lend people things and they never used to give them back to me. And I remember I lent this guy a book once, and I said to him, "This is one of my favorite books. If you have to give this back to me." He's like, "Yeah." I never got it. I was so pissed off because I just had this dominant assumption people don't give me things back. People use me, right? People take advantage of me because I'm too good, kind natured, right? So stop having that assumption and imagine you get the money back. Go and listen to Neville Goddard money back story. I can't remember which lecture it's in. Yes, affirm you live together. Yes, Brianna. I'm getting really hungry. What's wrong with this or something better? Because you decide if it's better. But you can say this is something better if you want, but then don't you want this? But you can say this or something better if you really want to. It's up to you guys if you really want it, something better and not the thing you want. Please do the interview soon. Like yesterday, with Caroline. Okay, I will. I would take better than my current SPs. Well, then, first of all, you're thinking they're not good. So there's the problem, Melissa. So you're thinking your two SPs aren't great. So then get something better. I've done that. I didn't want my old SP, decided I want something better. I said, I have a man who treats me beautifully. The next week he turned up at my fucking doorstep, well, outside the door. And then the other one came back anyway, treating me great. Right? Please do the interview. Yes, I will. Emily Koo, I don't know how to say that, 1800s in France was apparently where most of the New Age mystics back then, including Abdullah and Neville, learned. Really? He is known for Emil. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Oh, that guy. Yes, yes. I'm saying the name wrong. That's why I didn't recognize it. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Yes. And a lot of people used it and they all got progress from it, like a community of people all improve their health. Yes, where do I DM you? Just on Facebook, darling, in the Facebook group. Okay, so come and join the Facebook group if you're not in it. Just answer the questions and then you'll find me. I'm the admin. Okay, guys? So what should we call this? We're calling this the talk. And what else? Triggered bitches. We'll call that. Don't be a triggered bitch. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for your super chats. And I will be live on TikTok sometime this week. And come over to the Facebook group. And if you're not on the Loz letter, make sure it's subconsciousloz.com. You come and join it. The Loz letter will be out tomorrow. There'll be lots of juicy topics every week on manifestation, on self-concept, on everything to help you. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.